saucy drippin' swag do. You a bad girl and your friends bad too. Oh, you got the swag, saucy drippin' swag do. Oh, you a bad girl and your friends bad too. Oh, you got the swag, saucy drippin' swag do. You a bad girl and your friends bad too. Oh, you got the swag, saucy drippin' swag do. Oh.
Hi, Natasha. Hey! All right. This is my last international trip of 2024. My third international trip of 2024, my 7th international trip overall. Yeah. So exciting. This was my trip to Guatemala, and this is my first girls trip to Guatemala. Yes, I love it. I love South America a lot. I had so much fun. Like, the last time I've been to South America was in 2022 when I went to El Salvador. I love it down there. I love the vibrant colors and the culture. I love the folks. I love the food. And I just like, I love the handcrafted like souvenirs down there too. It's really nice. Like, South America is my favorite continent to travel to. I very much enjoy it. All right, so with Guatemala, we went exactly 1 week after their summer ended. So after the summer is usually like their winter season, which is the rainy season, but we lucked out that week, so because it was just transitioning from like extreme heat and sun to just like mellowed out kind of like weather. So that was really good. And then it's just like what made this trip even better is that my homegirl Natasha was coming with me, and my name is Natasha. Do you know how fun it was to let our tour guides know that our names were Natasha? And like our Airbnb host and all that, they was having so much fun. Like, so you're Natasha? And it's like, yeah. And then you're Natasha? Yeah. And then when they called one of us, like, you know, Natasha, we both answered. It was so much fun. It was fun all around to like have the same name on the trip. But it was also like kind of awkward beforehand planning, because in the WhatsApp chats, it looked like I was adding myself, but like I'm adding Natasha. I'm just also named Natasha. Yeah, so that was fun. So the flight, okay, so flight wise, let me get into that. It was like an 8-hour and like 30-minute flight out there. Guatemala is 2 hours behind New York City, so the time difference wasn't too bad. I flew to Miami for the connecting flight, and it was like a 2.5 hour layover, and then flew from Miami to Guatemala City's airport. We both landed like possibly like an hour apart out there, because we got there like I got there at 12 p.m. and I think she got there at like 1, so we were like just shy of each other getting there. So for this trip, because it was shorter, I did a carry-on, and then I moved up to like level 2 of bringing my drip out there. So because I knew I wasn't doing a lot of water activities, like we only had one day. We only had like the beach day, that was it. Everything else was pretty much lots of like walking around and stuff. So I was like, okay. I bought 2 of my Ivy Park pieces out there, and I bought like some summer dresses too. So I bought a couple of things. I was ready. Turn it up. I was ready. I was hyped. I was dripped out, even if it was a little bit. I was dripped out. It was exciting. Yeah. So landing into Guatemala's airport was smooth. First and foremost, I just want to say my eSIMs out there, booming, absolutely booming. I had all my bars and my cellular data out there. Perfect, beautiful. Like, it was easy because it's like I didn't have to depend on like Wi-Fi and connecting to Wi-Fi in different places, because like my cellular data was working for everything, and it was definitely working for like essential communications for like Google Maps, WhatsApp, text message. So that was really really good. Love that part. When you get off the plane, you have to there's no visa required for entry, but you do have to fill out immigration forms electronically. So we did that, and then there's only currency exchange places in the airport. There's no currency exchange places once you leave that airport. But one thing that was really good about Guatemala is that you can either pay in their currency, which is quetzales, or you can pay in US dollars. So you just have to do the math and try to like convert if you do US dollars. I didn't really like the currency exchange in the airport because the rate was not consistent. It was based on, they changed the rate a lot based on how much money you gave them. Not a fan. Boo. Not a fan of that. And then the rate did not match what I researched. So already getting there and seeing that, I already started off lower than what I expected to be exchanged. So that was and then the rate was similar similar calculations to Phuket, Thailand. You just calculate how much you're converting by the exchange rate, and then that's how much you get in their currency. So there was that part. Because I knew that that rate was changing based on how much money you gave them, like I ensured that I also did the math and showed him like, this is what I'm supposed to get, and he's just like, yeah, like this is what I was like, okay. Like I had to make sure, like I didn't like it that I had to like definitely use that to like look over my shoulders to make sure I was getting the right amount. And then there was no commission / no fee, so I was just getting the full amount. There we go. So for transportation out there, it was pretty much, we had to book it separately, of course. And I booked through Relaxi Cab, so I just let them know like our entire itinerary and where we needed to go, and he gave us prices. They weren't too bad, and then you just have to include tip. So it was that, and then Uber's available out there. But I just trusted to go through the Relaxi Cab service. That man was dropping all the info on our drivers every day. License, car model, everything. I was like, okay, I can do this. So that part was a lot of our activities. Like we had to book things separately. So like transportation booked separately, yada, yada, yada. Like I said, that part was hard to adjust to, coming from traveling from somewhere where everything is like packaged together. So that was like kind of hard, because it's like now I'm combining the money that I need to have to ensure that we're good versus the money I want to have to spend. So it was that. So for our activities, a few things were able to be pre-booked and prepaid. Like the ATV riding tour was able to be prepaid, and something else was able to be prepaid. So those, and Pizza Hike, Volcano, those things. But the other things, like we were able to like reserve them. Honestly, we were able to reserve them but not pay for them. That part was interesting. And then a lot of reservations happened through the WhatsApp, so there weren't a lot of websites like up and running for us. That was interesting. So Guatemala's airport was small, so it was easy to like find a like driver. So after like we did the exchange and stuff, you put your bags through another like screening going out, so you want to make sure you ain't got nothing in there. We did it was fine. We got through, we found our driver gets down. He ain't play. That man, his driving skills 10 out of 10. No notes. So basically we coordinated our driver with our host, because the Airbnb that I booked, it was like a villa farm on top of a mountain. So like you need a high terrain vehicle to go up there. So like a lot of our drivers had low vehicles, so that means they would have to like drop us off by the church, and then our host picks us up from the church and takes us the rest of the way up. Leave it to me to pick somewhere really nice but just very remotely off from everything. But the views were nice up there. It overlooked like Antigua City, so that was really nice. But also it's like it was cloudy out there, so sometimes it was really hard to like see kind of like out, so that was interesting. Then our Airbnb, it was so pretty. So like it's like a spacious kind of like studio apartment style place. Yeah, so we had the kitchen, is the bed, the setup with the TV and stuff, and then we had like a yoga kind of like patio style balcony, and then our bathroom and our shower was outside. So that was a first. That was very interesting. And then the farm is like the hill. Like we thought it was like an actual farm up there, but like the farm part of like the avocado farm is like the hill and stuff. So like that was fun. And then Claudia, she was a really good host. Our villa also came with, what did it come with? It came with we can get picked up and dropped off at the church like every day to meet our driver. That was good. We came with breakfast every day, and then the last thing it came with was a one-way free trip down to Antigua City. So we was able to do that like with her. We coordinated a lot with her, so it was pretty cool. And she was very accommodating for us, and like her space was awesome. In love with it, in love with the views. Like the view of like outside of the cloudiness, when it wasn't cloudy, the view was beautiful. I loved it. I was in love with that Airbnb. Like it was so great. It was awesome. Then like for the weather out there, I couldn't really comment too much because like we're at the top of a mountain, so it's already cool up there. So it's just like it had its moments like when it got hot when we came down. But yeah, it was just like the weather was pretty cool up there. What I noticed about Guatemala's roads, a lot of cobblestone roads, very high altitude hills, and a lot of curvy roads. So like a lot of the times that was making me feel like very lightheaded and nauseous. I was like, damn. Like I was getting hit 3 times in one shot. I was like, okay, this is what we're doing. Also, you were able to rent like ATVs out there if you wanted to like use it to like come up. And then like even like to our Airbnb, it's like very much curved like this. Like it was great. Just the travel all the way up to the Airbnb was a lot of work that we did put in every day. What I definitely noticed about Guatemala was that there's no center location to like stay in to be like kind of centered to everything. Like everything was like 2.5 hours out. Like Guatemala Airport, 2.5 hours. Panajachel or Lake Atitlán. Atitlán. I know I'm saying that wrong. 2.5 hours out. The Mayan ruins is like 5 hours away from us, but it's like a 2.5 hour drive from the airport. It's like on borderline up there near Belize. I was like, yo, like everything was like very, very much far. So it's like what I learned about Guatemala is that you would have to do like a 3 to 4 day stay in different cities just to be close and get like a full experience of each place that you're in. Definitely noticed that. What was amazing about this trip is that Natasha is fluent in Spanish. She's fluent in Spanish and she understands it. So the way I turned my brain off, because I didn't have to open Google Translate, I didn't like turn my brain off immediately. It was disgusting. No, but so yeah, so she spoke and understood Spanish fluently. And it was easy for me because I didn't really have to like chat too much. Also, like Guatemalans out there, they do speak English. Majority of them do, but they would prefer. I noticed that a lot of our tour guides and Guatemalans that we interacted with gravitated toward Natasha because they would rather speak Spanish over English, which is cool. So I was like, hey, I get time to be quiet. I like this. So day 1 of Guatemala, we went to Lake Atitlán / Panajachel to go paragliding, the private boat tour on the lake, and ATV riding. So paragliding was scheduled for 11 a.m. ATV riding tour was scheduled for 2:30, and they're like a 7-minute walk from each other. So that part was good. And then the private boat tour was gonna be like thrown in there, because we thought like things would be shorter. Paragliding ended up taking up majority of our time and had us rushing to eat to then get to ATV riding. Like we didn't even have like middle time, because it's just like we got there at 11 a.m. we paid. A group already had went up, so she was like, it's gonna take 20 minutes for them to like come get you to go. So I said okay. So we walked around. Bathrooms, they give you tissue. Like it's not in there. In some places it's not in there. They give you the tissue so you can go to the bathroom. Interesting. And then the place we went, we had to pay to use the bathroom. Another interesting thing. But so yeah, the people came, they got us, and then we sat and then we waited for like 30 minutes, and then they came, and then the drive up to the hill where we paraglide off was another 20 minutes. So by this point, an hour and 10 minutes then went past. And then they told us like, oh, in 5 minutes we'll like get prepared to go paragliding. Another 15 minutes rolled by. So at this point, we're not in the air until like 12:30. I'm just like, okay. So we get in the air. Really fun. I've been hang gliding before, so I know like how it kind of works, and they use that wind meter thing to let you know like where the wind is blowing and whether or not it's good to be in that area. So I was like pretty much chill. Like even the dude was like, are you okay? Like he was like, you're really chill. Like I was like, I'm in my element. I'm an air sign, baby. I'm in my element. No complaints. 11 out of 10. No notes. I was like, I'm having fun. Just know that I'm having fun. I'm just looking at everything, and that's it. So we saw like all over the lake. My favorite part was going over the water, because the water looked so beautiful and so blue. When the water's so blue. So it was really good. It was really fun. We spent like 22 minutes up there. Yeah, 22 minutes up there, and then he had us spin around and stuff. So that was really good. And then you come down and we landed. Oh, we also, okay, wait. So we came down and we landed like right where we were dropped off. Yes, where they had to sit and wait. There we go. Boom. Then another thing, the total of it was 750 quetzals per person, or you can pay $100 US dollars. And then we paid for footage, which is 150 each, 150 quetzals each. There we go. So if you want to know the price of that, pretty much. So we finished paragliding at like 1:20. ATV riding is at 2:30. So we had to like rush and kind of figure out what we want to eat. We found this really good restaurant. When I say it was really good, that shorty back there made my burrito with love. And it was like a quesadilla. So good. So good. The sauce and everything. I was going to town on the food. I needed privacy. But we had to rush, and then we had to get like to-go plates just to make it in time for the ATV tour. So it was only a 7-minute walkout, but the food was really good. And then we went to the ATV riding tour. What is it? We got international driver's permits that you can get from AAARP for $35, but they wanted to see our licenses instead, so that part was interesting. But yeah, so we went ATV riding. ATV riding was $63 per person, and it lasts for 3 hours and 30 minutes. And it was a sunset tour, so we can go around the lake, and ride around the lake and just see the different the sceneries out there. We went to 2 towns, and then we went back up to the hill where we paraglided. So that was interesting. Excuse me. ATV riding was really fun. We went up the hill when we went paragliding. Then we went to this other town where they make like coffee and stuff, and I played soccer with the kids. It was pretty fun. It was nice. It was nice over there. And then like also we were like during like school time, so like we left when everyone was getting out of school. That was cool. And they like all like walked in the street like in groups and stuff. It was nice. And then we finished off the ATV tour by going to like this other place near the lake. It was a nice like lit up kind of restaurant, and like it sits on the lake and you can like look at the lake and stuff. It was really nice, and the lights were nice, they were low. It was fun. And our tour guide, he was really fun. He spoke in English for a tour, and it was great. Like, and he taught us about like Guatemala's history, and he was like, I think Guatemala is the 3rd country with the most jade. Yeah, so he was learning a lot about it. It was fun. So day 2 of Guatemala, we went to the Pizza Hike volcano in Pacaya. The Pacaya volcano to eat pizza and hike. There we go. So the pizza hike, it was $235 for 2 people, and then the horses were $45 extra per person. So I don't know what I thought the horses was going to be used for. I thought like the horses was like a separate activity, like they was going to teach you how to ride a horse or something. No, you use the horses to go up the hike if you want to. So I don't know what I was thinking. So what happened was I wore my Ivy Park Bay Mine collection, the workout gear, and with the pink sneakers and the sports bra and the leggings. Cool. The hike trail, I was not prepared for it. I don't hike, so like kicking my ass. Nature, absolutely kicking my ass out there. So when we was walking up, like especially there was a lot of like rocks on the hike and stuff, so it's like I really wasn't prepared for that. And then like the sneakers that I wore, it's like they're very flat and smooth, so it's like I have no grip into the ground. And then like with the horses and stuff, they just shit freely, so I'm like, all right. 10 minutes into the hike, I said, yeah, I'm getting on a horse. Like I was like, absolutely not. And I saw one scuff on my sneaker. I said, I'm getting on a horse. Getting on a horse, okay? And like, so I got on a horse. I took the horse the rest of the way up, and I took it back down. Okay. And it definitely shortened that hike, which for me it was fun. It was fun. It was fine to me. It was also fine to Tasha. She loves hiking. She's used to it. So she was loving it out there. Love that for her. Me, nature was whooping my ass. But I had fun nonetheless. So then we learned about like the volcanoes out there. There are 37 volcanoes in Guatemala, and only 3 of them are active. The last volcano eruption was in 2018. And what else? Like there's also like, he said eruptions happen like every 5 minutes, but it's like low eruptions. So I was like, oh, okay, we was out here learning. I was learning. I was invested in the information given to me. So then we got at the pinnacle, like where you stop, where to get the pizza. You can go higher on the volcano if you wanted. That's where they have like, you can eat marshmallows up there. But the pizza, we stopped at the pizza part. I told Tasha, I was like, if you want to go up there, I got your back from right here. Like, so again, it's difficult to walk around on like the molten rocks and stuff because my shoes are not built. Like, wear cleats. I should have worn cleats. I never knew I needed cleats until I did the hike. But so I didn't have no grip to the ground. The pizza was really good. Like they made our pizza and stuff. It was so cool. We got to like sit and just watch the views and stuff. Tasha went up higher to like take her pictures, and then like our tour guide, he gave us like marshmallows that you can actually like heat up in the ground, like where they make the pizza, where they heat it up there. That was really cool. So yeah, we had marshmallows, we had pizza, and we stayed up there for a little bit, looked at the views, and then we came back down. And our tour guide, really cool person. Yeah, he was nice. And then we pretty much, my horse's name was Captain. Period. Like, it was so funny because my tour guide kept asking me, he was like, are you okay? Because I was just chill. I said, don't ask me if I'm okay. Is the horse okay? I'm okay if the horse is okay. Like, I was like, and then, you know, one thing I learned, I think I had looked up, it was just like horses like to like walk on the edge, so don't like spook them. So it's like sometimes like my horse would like walk on the edge, and so she was just like, are you okay? I said, I'm good, girl. I'm gonna just let the horse do what it do. That's it. But pretty much the pizza hike lasted from 8 to 12 p.m. and then it also included round trip transportation. That was our only activity that included round trip transportation, and it was only an hour out from Antigua, so it wasn't too bad. It was fun. We had our driver drop us off in Antigua City, and we got a massage at one of the places. So the massage is down there. Like, you would have to book through WhatsApp for like reservation, but the place we picked, they accepted our walk-in, so it was good. The massage out there, really good. I am really loving that I take the time to do massages on trips, especially after like doing such arduous activities. Fun, but like a lot of work. I need to smooth it out. Then pretty much the rest of the day we like walked around Antigua. We saw this nice like yellow colored church building, really cool. We passed by like a salsa dancing class that had free salsa dancing Tuesdays to Sundays from like 5 to 7. So I saw that. We went to like the park where they made like they handcrafted like souvenirs. Those were really cool, and there was like a lot of souvenir shops around. That is what I love about South America. Lots of souvenir shops, like handcrafted souvenir shops, really cool. We passed by this place. It's called Ado. I think it sells like North Face, a lot of name brands. So it was like North Face. We saw Jordans. I saw something else, and then they have like a Ket store out there. I was like, wow, I haven't seen this in so long. And like they had like a video game store out there, but it's like more of the older models that are no longer available to us here. Like they had like the pink Wii remote and all of that. Like when the colored Wiis was coming out, they had all of those. So that was really cool. The food spots we went to end our day, we pretty much went to like a restaurant out there. I think I got like these tamales. So it was good. Yeah, it was, walking around Antigua was fun. It was definitely fun. We went to like the coffee shops and stuff. Lots of tourists there too. It was good. It was fun. So day 3 was our beach day. We got food poisoning. I was so annoyed by that. I was very, because I got the worst of it. And I was like, fuck. Like I woke up early in the middle of the night, and I was not feeling well. Tasha wasn't feeling well when she woke up, and I was just like we avoided the local water. That was fine, but it was just like the food too. Damn, bro. Like, and I mean, like, I love food, so it's just like that was very traumatizing. Very traumatizing to like go through, and it took me like just last week. I recovered, so it was like, what the hell? So like we was pretty much bedridden the entire day trying to like recover, and we were good enough to. I was really sad because El Paradon, that's a black sand beach. I wanted to go out there. Damn, I wanted to experience a black sand beach. I was trying to get enough strength to even go, but I was like, if I feel any rocking of a car, it's up. Like, and then yeah, like Saturday we was just nursing ourselves back to health, because it was crazy, very crazy. So our last full day in Guatemala, we did the Antigua ATV riding sunset tour. ATV riding sunset tour in Antigua City. That's a better way to say it. So $63. It was the same company that we booked through, Simone Tours. I really like that. I think it's better to book there when you get there, because when you do one tour, you get a discount when you do another tour on the other place. So that was nice, because the Simone Tour, it was in Panajachel and then Antigua City. So a very familiar brand. Also, like the one in Antigua City had so many other services provided. Like you can rent an ATV there. You can rent an ATV. You can reserve a driver to like take you places, either by group or solo. They even take you to the beach over in El Salvador, because Guatemala and El Salvador are like right next to each other. What else? They take you to El Paradon. They take you to El Tunco Beach in El Salvador. They take you to the lake where we went to, Panajachel. Like I like that. We was reading off like the services. So if you go there, I think it's better to like, you like ATV riding, you don't want to like depend on like normal regular transportation, and you want like a new experience, rent an ATV or like just go through Simone tours. That was really good. I definitely recommend. So with our tour in Antigua, we went to, where did we go? We went to this place that's like 15 minutes outside of Antigua. I forgot what it's called. I love that tour guide because he was very much straight to the point, and it was like, he was like, meet back here in like 20-25 minutes so we can go. I was like, oh, love it. So straight to the point with the facts and let us roam. So I was like, okay, cool. And then we went to another place called Hobbitenango Village, which is Hobbit Village. That's also where like that famous hand structure is that you can walk off. I found out that there are 2 of those hand structures there. So the one we went to was like the smaller version, but the other one, the bigger one with the engraved stairs. So like on the Google Maps, it's across from where we were at, but you would have to like, it's a 45-minute drive. You would have to drive down, to drive over, and drive up to get there. So that was interesting. That part was really cool. But we went to Hobbitenango Village, and it's basically, it was also filmed in The Hobbit, and it's like small houses and stuff up there, and like small seatings. Everything's like small. It's Hobbit. Like, and they have like 3 or 4 restaurants there, and you can like sit around, and they're also shaped very small. And you can take pictures on the hand. You can, all of that stuff was paid for through the tour. He gave us a wristband. You take pictures on the hand. You can go on the swing, and then there's this rope swing that I went on. Really fun, but it took up literally majority of our time there. It took like an hour and a half for me to even get my turn, but fun nonetheless. It got really cloudy out there to the point where like we couldn't even see the village anymore. That's how cloudy it got. So that was really cool. My tour guide was just like, you can either spend the rest of your time here, or we can spend a little bit of time here and then we can go eat elsewhere. But we all decided to stay in the village because we was just like, we want to be here. And it was really fun. It was really good. I'm sad because it's like, I couldn't really like eat too much because it's like, again, like I was still recovering, and then at the same time I had to take like periodic breaks just because it's like my head was getting like, I was getting lightheaded, I was feeling nauseous. So I was like, okay. So after spending time like in a Hobbit Village, which also like we kind of like parked our ATVs like outside of the, like a 10-minute drive or 15-minute drive away from the Hobbit Village, and then there's a truck that brings you up there. But pretty much after the Hobbit Village, we came back down to the ATVs, and then we rode it back into Antigua City. And then our tour guide was telling us about like nightlife out there, and it was so interesting because he was like, things close early there, and he was saying 9 o'clock, and I'm like, 9 o'clock? What do you mean? It's a reasonable time. Like, and he was just telling us like, you know, what was going on. One thing I really liked about Guatemala is that the youth population, booming youth population out there. And like there was like folks our age too. Like when I went to El Salvador, like I didn't really see folks like my age, and I didn't really see a lot of youth. So I was like, okay. But in Guatemala, booming out there. I was like, what? Like a lot of our tour guides were around our age. So it was like, this is fun. I like y'all. So it was like the conversations were like way more relatable. So I definitely like that part a lot. One thing I really liked about the Simone tours is that it's available in different parts of Guatemala. I like that a lot. So it like brand recognition pretty much was easy out there, and then it came with other services if you wanted it. So I definitely enjoyed that part. At the Antigua City, we pretty much just came back to the Airbnb, like packed up and just got ready to go home the next day. I am never ever flying on a Monday again. I hate flying on a Monday. That day is banned to fly anywhere, whether it's to or from. Can't do it. Guatemala, returning home from Guatemala was a fucking challenge. Like, number one, okay, so I bought like a pound of coffee beans, not the powder, the beans. So I knew it could go through like the check-in back through my carry-on. So when we get there and it goes back through the screening, my bag got picked for inspection. It's like, okay, usually on the screen, from what like my experience it has been in airports, is that they look at the problem area that was highlighted in your bag. Bro, they went through my entire bag, they unpacked it. Dude was finna break my zipper, trying to like putting my sneakers the wrong way, because my shoes are 8.5. So like I put them this way and he put them back this way, and they were all bulged up on top of each other, about to break my damn zipper. I was like, bro, put them back the way you saw them. Like, so, and then it took like 8 men to figure out my whole tweezers like compartment thing. It's like, what, like, really? It takes like 80 hours to figure out what that is. And then like they threw away like 3 of my precision tweezers. Like I had to buy a new damn set. I was just annoyed because it's like I was able to come into the country with this, so why am I not able to leave with this? Like, and then I had to repack my bag. And then like we went to the immigration place, the immigration stand to get stamped to go in. Mind you, the Guatemalan security is right there looking at us. And then we got stamped and we come through, and then they stopped me and was like, oh, can we see your passport? Bro, what? What are you talking about right now? Like, and then interrogated us. First and foremost, interrogated me, but like Natasha had to tell them like I don't speak Spanish, so it's like I don't know. So they was using her to like translate, but it was just mad annoying because it's just like it just felt like they was finna get froggy. And I was like, tensions are real high and I'm not feeling this. So, and then they was interrogating me like, oh, like what are y'all in the country for with me? And then it's like when they stopped interrogating us, I snatched my damn passport out of his hand because like, get my fucking shit, bro. Like, Guatemala's airport is honestly my second most hated airport after DC's airport, that Ronald Reagan one. Hate those 2 airports. I don't like them. Like, absolutely not. Like, honestly, my Guatemala trip went from being a 10 out of 10 to a 7.5 out of 10. Number one, currency exchange shit blew the hell out of mine. 0.5. Number 2, the food poisoning on that Saturday. Number 3, airport departure from Guatemala. The trip, the activities were lovely to do, but the overall trip, for me, I can't ignore those 3 things. 7.5. Like, Guatemala, I don't think I would spin the block on, just because of like that experience alone. I was just like, no. And then with Guatemala, like, there is so much to do that we didn't get to do because we didn't know about until like we were talking to other tourists, and it was like, did you do this? And we're like, we didn't know that was a thing. Like, what do you mean? And then it's just like, just because of distance and how far everything is, and like I said, there's no central location to stuff there, you would definitely have to city hop a lot, or yeah, you would definitely have to city hop just to explore, to fully get an experience in Guatemala and explore like every crevice of Guatemala. Then like outside of the hiccups, like Guatemala was a very fun girls trip. Like Natasha and I are very travel compatible, so I definitely like that. It was very balanced. It was very much, okay, I got this part, you got this part. I loved it a lot. And like I said, like another thing I loved about Guatemala was the booming youth population out there. Like it was really good. It was really fun. Like I said, colorful, but very vibrant in colors and culture. Folks out there was nice. The food in Panajachel, very good. That one restaurant out there, that woman who made my burrito with love, really good out there. The activities were great. It was pretty cool. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. Like I said, just for me personally, I just don't think I would spend the block on Guatemala. But it was nice. 2 visits. Everything else, 10 out of 10. Few notes. So this wraps up my international travel vlogs of 2024. So we've learned my experience traveling to Bali, Indonesia, Phuket, Thailand, and now Guatemala. I definitely hope you enjoy like this 3-episode run, and I do apologize. Well, before I appreciate that y'all was working with me on how long it took for me to put all this together. I appreciate it. There we go. And you know, per usual, if you want to see my Guatemala itinerary, steal it, reference it, yada yada yada. The Canva presentation of basically this video that includes my itinerary and the review of Guatemala is in the link below in the description. Okay? And if you loved my travel vlog series, my international travel vlog series, right? I want you to like, comment, share, subscribe, follow me at Natasha the Muse. You know, the general stuff. Y'all know what it is. Like, so yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed. And I'm back on YouTube. We big. Season 2, baby. But yeah, pretty much I hope y'all enjoyed. This is not the end of trips, it's just the end of international trips. And I will see you guys next time for my experience on the Meg Thee Stallion Hot Girl Summer Tour. There we go. That's what's kicking off my summer. I can't wait. Can't wait to show y'all how I look with the makeup and how the whole concept was just beautiful. Yes, very excited. But listen, I hope y'all rocking with me because I'm rocking with y'all. And now I'm officially end. And I hope y'all enjoy. Love, peace, and hair grease. Stay wavy.
Friends bad too. Oh, you got the swag sauce, you drippin' swag too. You a bad girl and your friends bad too. Oh.